Okay, I call the meeting to order. Sandra, you're going to do a roll call, please.
Councilman Brenny?
Here.
Frederick?
Here.
Brewer?
Here.
Hanson?
Here.
Johnston?
Here.
Thank you. Welcome, everybody, to tonight's meeting. Thank you for being here. And I invite you to make comments or ask questions on any items as they appear on the agenda this evening. And item number 4 is citizens' opportunity to address the council on items that are not on the agenda. And with that, we will move on to item number 2, consent of agenda. A, approval of agenda. B, approval of the minutes of the July 25th, 2011 council meeting. And C, claims. Any discussion, comments, questions on A, B, or C?
Make a motion to approve.
Is there a second?
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the consent of agenda A, B, and C. Would you call for a vote, please, Sandra?
Councilman Hanson?
Yes.
Johnston?
Yes.
Brenny?
Yes.
Frederick?
Yes.
Brohart?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. Item number 3 is projects. A is wastewater treatment plant project. Number 1 is consideration of approving drawdown number 19 of CDBG funds in the amount of $7,973. Any questions or comments? Adam, anything to add to that?
Make a
Things
motion.
are moving along. We're looking at about a month and a half from completion.
Make a motion to approve one, that drawdown is 7973.
I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded to consider approving the drawdown number 19 of CDBG funds in the amount of $7,973. Please call for a vote.
Councilman Hanson?
Yes.
Johnston?
Yes.
Brenny?
Yes.
Frederick?
Yes.
Brohart?
Yes.
Motion carried.
A, number 2, wastewater treatment plant project is consideration of approving drawdown number 18 of SRF loan money in the amount of $83,672.47. Adam, any comments? Anyone, any questions or comments?
I'll make the motion to approve drawdown number 18 SRF loan money in the amount of $83,672.47.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve drawdown number 18 of the SRF loan money in the amount of $83,672.47. Would you call for a vote, please?
Councilman Frederick?
Yes.
Brohart?
Yes.
Hanson?
Yes.
Johnston?
Yes.
Brenny?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. A, number 3 is consideration of approving Snyder and Associates bill in the amount of $8,200.48 for engineering services. Anything you'd like to add?
So moved to approve Snyder's for $8,248.
Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve Snyder and Associates bill for $8,200.48. Would you call for a vote, please?
Councilman Brohart?
Yes.
Hanson?
Yes.
Johnston?
Yes.
Brenny?
Yes.
Frederick?
Yes.
Motion carried.
A, number 4 is consideration of approving Erickson Construction's bill in the amount of $83,444.99. Any discussion around this bill?
So moved to approve Erickson Construction's bill in the amount of $83,444.99.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve Erickson Construction's bill in the amount of $83,444.99. Sandra, would you call for the vote, please?
Councilman Frederick?
Yes.
Brohart?
Yes.
Hanson?
Yes.
Johnston?
Yes.
Brenny?
Yes.
Motion carried.
Number 3, projects. B is housing rehabilitation program. Number 1 is consideration of approving one Sac City rehab program contract with Region 12 Council of Governments. Adam?
Sure, you might remember about 3 or 4 months ago, we were pretty much closing up this project. There was some money that was left over in the project. We told Region 12 that they had a suitable applicant, that they could go ahead and move forward with adding an additional contract or inside of the project. This is a copy of a contract to meet that additional amount that was available. So we'll be able to do one additional house with the additional size for that project.
Do we there any other questions
This
or
is the one
comments?
that was, and this is. the
This
one.
is it, yes.
I'll also move to approve the contract that was, or to approve the contract with Region 12 for that one additional house.
Second.
Motion's been made and seconded to approve one Sac City Rehab Program contract with Region 12 Council of City Governments. Sandy?
Question here first, just how much money was involved with this one? Do you know?
All, you mean the project altogether, or just this contract?
Just this contract.
This contract, if you actually look at page 2 in the inclusion, it is say, a lump sum amount of $31,504. But usually there is some variation, but that's roughly what they estimate the cost to be.
Yes, oh, there we go, on the top of that.
Yeah.
Is that more than normal what we've spent on the house before?
No, it's ranged anywhere from high 30s down to, I think on one particular house, it was as low as 11,000. Well, they come in and they do an inspection of the house, they do an assessment, and by they, I mean representatives from Region 12. Come in and do all this to see if it meets the requirements for the grant. Then they look at the applicant, make sure that they meet the financial requirements for the grant. And then if all that is met, then they bid, then of course they set up the contract, they bid out the cost, and they move out.
Sorry.
There's a motion been made and seconded to approve. Yes.
Could you remind me how much of the city money is in this project?
The overall match by the city was $30,000.
$30,000.
$400,000.
That includes the administration and the
Correct.
and the work.
Correct. There was a $400,000 grant that was received from the federal government for this, and at the time, back in '07, I believe it was, the city committed $30,000 towards that grant.
Do you recall how many projects there have been?
I believe this one, and I'd have to check tomorrow to verify for you, Curtis, it's either 13 or 14. This is either the 13th or 14th one. But at this point, I believe the money runs out. I believe this is the last of the money.
Are there any additional questions or comments? There is a motion and a second to approve the contract with Region 12 Council of Governments. If there are no further questions, Sandra, would you call for a vote, please?
Councilman Frederick,
Yes.
Crowhart,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Bruning,
Yes.
motion carries.
Thank you. Item number 4 is citizens' opportunity to address the council on items not on the agenda. Are there any this evening? If not, we'll move on to miscellaneous, number 5A. Representative of Kids World here is to address the council pertaining to community request allocation. Molly?
And Tom. I just brought a copy of our 2011-2012 budget. We had made a letter of request for the funding from the city, and we're asked to attend for you guys if you had any questions or comments. First, I guess one.
The original allocations are set up, you might remember in the city budget, we approved $20,000 in allocation for Kids World through the Community Request Program. 10,000 of that is initially set up for January, 10,000 I believe set up for May. And last year, excuse me, last year Molly came in and requested funding in, it was either July of last year. And so they've come this year asking that the allocation may be made early. In order for an allocation to be made early, the council must approve it because it is a deviation from the budget that is approved by the council.
Just for quick review, you said it's normally when? Are there two
It's-
allocations?
It's set up in the budget for January and May is when it's set up for.
And you've got your January and May already?
No,
No, we haven't
this is-
received any.
This is the beginning of the fiscal year. July was the beginning of the new fiscal year.
Oh, okay.
So what they're asking for is that the allocation that would normally have been made in January be made in August.
Would you like to address that, Molly? What happens during July?
In the past summer, or in this summer, our attendance has gone down. Not so much down to start in, how do I say it?
Some summers are slow.
Slow. This is just been a tougher summer than it has been in the past for us, so. Last year, we did request it in July. I tried to hold out, and we made it beginning of August, so we had it in our budget. If you would see there under the other grants, that 14,000, that 10,000 is that city request is where we had it in there, so then we request the other 10,000 in January.
Okay, Curtis, did you have a question?
Last year, during the fiscal year, the allocations in reality went in July and January instead of January and May.
Correct.
$10,000 each time.
Correct.
Would it make sense if there was council approval, since this has happened more than once, to change the dates of those?
That would be,
If it's possible?
If it's possible,
just
yeah.
If it's possible,
Well,
maybe it's,
In
maybe,
future years, it would be a
that's
part
what I
of the
mean.
budget process.
Yeah, okay, that's what I mean, in the future, because it seems like this is a difficult time, so. Are there any other questions or comments from the council?
I'll make a motion to release the $10,000 early.
I'll second it.
Motion has been made and seconded to do the $10,000 allocation in August. Would you call for the vote, please?
Councilman Johnston,
Yes.
Brenning,
Yes.
Frederick,
Yes.
Brocart,
Yes.
Hanson.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
thank you guys, thank you guys.
Item number 5, miscellaneous. B, consideration of resolution number 2011-8 entitled a resolution approving a memorandum of agreement with Sac County regarding election precincts. Would you like to speak to this? There's a note, but
Every 10-year census, we make an agreement with the county, basically recognizing the size and inclusion of precinct 4 based upon the new census numbers. Ours, however, is not changing. Precinct 4 would be the same under the proposal provided by the county. I do recommend to the council that we approve this.
do you have any further questions or comments?
I'll second it.
A motion to approve the resolution approving a memorandum of agreement with Sac County regarding election precincts has been made and seconded. Sandy, would you call for a vote, please?
Councilman Brocart,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Brenning,
Yes.
Frederick.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Miscellaneous C, opening and review of bids for city-owned property described as the east-west alley lying within Block 6, Early's Edition, Sac City, Sac County, Iowa.
First envelope has the compliance with the bid conditions, and it has been signed. The bid received from Brian and Christina Eric is in the amount of $15.
Any discussion on this?
Move to approve.
Any second?
Second.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the sale of the east-west alley lying within Block 6, Early's Edition, Sac City, Sac County, Iowa, for the amount of $15. Would you call for a vote, please?
Councilman Brocart,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Johnston.
Yes.
Brenning,
Yes.
Frederick.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you.
And that includes all the legal
Yeah,
expenses.
that's the other part of it.
You'll approve that through the resolution.
Item number 5, miscellaneous D, consideration of resolution number 2011-09 entitled Resolution Approving the Sale of the Alley.
I would, that's what you just did by making that motion. You approve this resolution.
Oh, okay.
They pay all the survey, all the legal costs. It's part
I'm
of the
pretty
bid.
sure that's
Okay,
what
do
the
we
deal
need
was.
to have a vote on it again?
No, you've approved it. It's a- You've rolled it together.
All right. So 5, miscellaneous E is opening and review of bids for city-owned property described as the east-west alley adjacent and adjoining the north half of lots 1 and 2 of Block 7, College's Addition, Sac City, Sac County, Iowa.
Again, the first envelope is the compliance with the bid conditions, which has been signed. bid for this piece of property was received from Clifford and Judy Graybill in the amount of $10.
Any comments, questions?
Motion to approve.
Wait, we have to go to F.
We gotta go to,
Consideration of resolution number 2011-10 entitled
Oh,
Resolution
sorry.
Approving the Sale of the Alley.
Motion to approve that.
Motion has been made and seconded to approve the sale of the alley for the amount of $10. Would you call for a vote, please?
Can I, who's gave that second?
Jim?
All right. Councilman Hanson,
Yes.
Johnston,
Yes.
Brennan,
Yes.
Frederick,
yes.
Brocart.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Thank you. 5, miscellaneous, item G, consideration of hiring a new water treatment plant superintendent. I would have the committee take over from here.
Sure. We reviewed the applicants for the position, and after the review of those applications, we interviewed those that met the minimum qualifications. Based upon that review, the committee, and I was asked to kind of present this a little bit, the committee considered 2 options. One option being, of course, the possibility of advertising the position again. There was concerns about the availability in the marketplace and the demand for the positions that exist in that field. After that discussion, a recommendation was made unanimously by the board to offer the position to Jim Johnston.
Discussion, comments, questions? If there are none, I'm ready to make a motion.
I'll make the motion to hire Jim Johnston as the new water treatment plant superintendent.
Is there a second to that motion?
I'll second.
Motion has been made and seconded to hire Jim Johnston as the new water treatment plant superintendent. If there are no further questions or comments, would you call for a vote, Sandra?
Councilman Frederick,
Yes.
Brocart,
Yes.
Hanson,
Yes.
Johnston,
Abstain.
Brennan.
Yes.
Motion carried.
Item number 6, public input on solid waste matters. Public, do you have any input? Okay, we'll move on to item number 7, council forum. I'd like to thank everybody that helped in one way or another, either brought things or actually helped at the Free Cycle Day. There was a lot of really, really good things, and I think we helped a lot of people, and we had lots of wonderful help. So, thank you all. And Carol Groen was pretty instrumental in organizing the entire thing, and Sue Payton helped, and Norma Hecht. Those are the 3 people. I thought they did a really excellent job, so if you see them, you might tell them thank you. And I have one more thing. I think we owe a thank you to our groundskeeper at the Chautauqua building in the park over there. I've heard so many good comments about how well it's been maintained, and so if you see them, tell them thank you. They were most cooperative in this whole event that we just had. And thanks to the city for having the trash dumps, the dumpsters there. Boy, that made it so much easier for us to get rid of the things, so thank you very much for approving that.
I think that's a good deal for the community, because my wife realizes that, it just requires that you can't bring anything home.
I was about to say, take your leave.
I run a Smithers because Howard activities down there and they took the recyclables right away.
Yes, that was wonderful.
Yeah, I took the
They-
boxes up right away and I mean, we cleared up in a half hour.
They did a great job. They told us what we could recycle and what we couldn't, and they actually took it away. Well, that was really nice. What a cooperative effort. That was really good. Anything else to report on? Anybody? No? Curtis?
Well, Jim Johnston's pay be in that position?
The resolution that was passed in late June would actually reflect what that would be, since it's based upon the position under the employee agreement. So, take me 2 seconds, but after the meeting I can show you what that is. Sandy, do you happen to know what it is off the top of your head?
Do any of you know what you just hired him for?
It's a city contract, we can't do nothing about it.
There's no negotiable term on price.
Oh, it's 23 something.
I'd have to look at what the...
All managers make the same money, and the way the language of the contract reads, we don't have a choice. That position gets filled at what price?
You don't have a choice.
Nope.
No, because that's the labor agreement that's agreed on.
Are there any further comments? Anything else for discussion this evening? If not, I would entertain a motion
So
for
moved.
adjournment.
Second.
Motion's been made and adjourned. Call for a vote.
Hanson?
Yes.
Johnston?
Yes.
Rennie?
Yes.
Frederick?
Yes.
Clopart?
Thank you very much, everybody.
Playing in the